Hello and welcome to Reddit on Reddit, the internet's auditory version of Reddit. I'm Nelson Allingham, joined by Michael Campbell.
Hey Nelson, what's up?
You know what? I've noticed something just as we start the podcast, just as the intro is playing.
Yeah, go on.
That the connection to our mixer is precarious.
Oh,
Precariously
are you scared?
about to fall out.
Are you scared that we might drop out at any moment?
Yeah.
Would you like to take just a second?
No.
Okay. No.
Just know, listeners, if all of a sudden we just cut out, you know what's happened. We're going to upload it just the way it is as well.
I would also like to point out this connection that is just barely hanging on by a thread. It is on Nelson's side of the table. So if it were to disconnect, I can't reach it.
Who set it up? Who set it up?
It's on Nelson's side.
Who set it up? Who sat here setting it up?
Who donates their equipment to have it recorded on? Generally a good guy, I would say. Bloody me. You weren't answering, so I decided I had to answer that for you.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to answer.
And you know what, Nelson? It feels like we only just recorded an episode just the other day.
Less than 7 days ago, that's for sure.
Now people are going to get kind of... It's almost like a double, two in one in 1 week.
That's true.
Yeah, not more episodes.
Yeah.
Get 2 episodes closer together.
Yeah, that's right.
So it feels special, but it's not.
But it's not. It's public holiday today. That's special.
Yep.
You might receive this a few hours earlier.
Yeah.
Think about that, listener. Think about the things we do for you.
Just another little treat for you. Because, and I can't stress this enough, Nelson has plans later. So, so you're getting this early so Nelson can go and do something else.
But it's important. So,
Yeah. Like, think of that, but also think of the generosity, obviously.
Mainly the generosity. I'm just going to stop there.
Yeah.
Should we get into it?
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah, for people that maybe this is their first episode, they're thinking, what is this? So far, they just seem to be finding excuses for other things. It's this podcast mainly about Reddit, so we'll get into the first Reddit post.
Mainly. Just to ramble a little bit more.
Sure.
I was trying to find some podcasts for the Podnapping segment, and I found that... So I was sort of like quickly going through a bunch of podcasts.
Yeah.
And I found it really annoying that at the start, they don't get to the meat and bones of what their podcast is about.
Yeah.
And I we do that.
Yeah.
But,
all right, well, maybe from now on we'll be quicker.
No, I don't care, though. When it's us, I don't care. When it's other people, I'm like, oh, this is pathetic. I just remember, listeners, we don't care about you. Okay, we would do the show whether you're listening or not.
Well,
okay?
I think
so it's
you-
very much
I
about
think you've
very
used-
much about me.
If I may interject, you've used the wrong terminology. I do care about the listener, but we have always said that this show is just a weird show for us that we would do even if no one was listening.
Yeah.
But I don't...
We don't care about you. It's what Cambo's trying to say.
I know.
He
I
can't
disagree.
find the words.
I
He's too much of a nice guy.
I disagree with that statement. I think our listeners
Hates
are great.
you, in fact. Probably is the words I'd put in his mouth.
Jeez, we almost went pretty quickly into Reddit, and then you've derailed it further.
Let me derail further.
Okay.
Cambo, when you think about it, isn't life a derailment?
No, go on.
Okay. Okay, so I've buddy done it again, Cambo. For the first segment, I've done Ask Reddit. But it's not an Ask Reddit. We're not into that segment yet, okay? We're still in the Reddit on Reddit.
Just because of your laziness, I will always taunt you with that theme.
Okay. So this is by Spare Arm.
Okay.
And they said, what is one unwritten rule you think everyone should know and follow? So, well, do you want to answer that? Is there anything?
Well, okay, so let me think about this.
Okay.
'Cause let's say, like, the baseline rules that were written that everyone should follow
Yeah.
is 10 Commandments. Don't kill. And you know what I find weird about that as well is that don't kill isn't number one.
Yeah.
Number one is, like, don't love any other god. which seems weirdly like vain, right?
Yeah.
To be like, well, first of all, love me, right? Yeah, all right, and then I guess don't kill each other. Yeah.
No, but I think that's fair enough. Because if you're like, don't kill and then love me, you'd be like, oh, well, I loved another god and then I killed and he thinks it's okay.
Okay, yeah, I see where you're coming
It's like,
from there.
love me first, and then you're like, right, now here's all the ground rules because you love me.
Yeah, all right, yeah, so it's like a pledge of allegiance.
Yeah.
First of all, you love me and you'll do everything I say?
Yeah.
Good, all right, well,
Here's all the things.
I'll be honest, it's 9 commandments. Because that first one was just locking you in.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, I've never
It's
considered
a blood pact, so to speak.
I've never considered it that way, and now in hindsight, the Bible's great.
Yeah. The Bible and everything in it, total sense.
Don't fight in an elevator.
Don't fight in an elevator. I mean, unless you're by yourself.
Even then, though, like, it's a bit of a dog
I'm
move.
not going to hold it in if I'm by myself in an elevator.
But, like, are you saying that if you were by yourself in an elevator and you farted, and then you
and
get
I
out
need
of the
to
elevator...
fight. We need to point out that I need to fight. It's not like I'm heaving to try and get one out.
Like, how long is an elevator ride? 10 seconds?
Sure.
And you let one rip because you can't hold it in for 10 more seconds.
Yeah.
The door's open, you walk out, and someone walks back in. You're not like, oh, no.
But I have the comfort in knowing that as I'm walking out, I'm kind of bringing a little bit with me.
I don't know. I still think you could probably hold it for 10 more seconds. And then you're in like a big foyer or something. Like it's going to...
Have you held in a fart before, Cambo?
Yeah.
And then it turns into diarrhea?
No, that's...
I have.
Oh, really?
Okay? If you hold a fart in for long enough, it's just like
I'm
gases
talking 10
building
seconds.
it up.
Either you know that you need to do it before you get in the
here's
elevator.
Here's the
or
circumstance.
It doesn't come on so quickly and sharply that you step into the elevator, the doors close, you go, I need to fart, and I need to do it within 10 seconds.
Here's the circumstance.
Yeah.
Cambo. I'm walking next to my good friend, Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And love interest, if I don't mind saying.
Well, it's a fantasy, so sure. Like, whatever you want.
Well, it could be reality, is all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And we went and had a coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee, diuretic. Phew, gives you the farts. And then we walk, and she's like, "Hey, I'll walk you back to the office."
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "Oh, that's kind of you," but it's not kind of her because I really need a fart. So I'm holding in this fart for ages and ages. We get to the elevator. Doors open. I'm all free to go in. Nobody's there. I'm like, "See ya, Sarah Michelle Gellar." It's weird that I probably say it last name.
No, she insists.
Okay, yeah. Bye, Buffy is what I say. And door closed. I go, "Oh, thank God. I could not wait another second."
Yep.
And then I'll let one rip.
Okay. I will give you this. In that one very specific occasion that you're at lunch or get a coffee with Sarah Michelle Gellar, and she walks you back to your office, and you've been holding in something for that long, that is the one circumstance I think it's okay.
Okay, good.
But I would say that is like an exception to the unwritten rule.
Right.
But not the rule itself.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I mean, look, that was just one example. There's probably plenty of others.
Yeah, other women.
Okay,
what if it's you and
here's
Miranda
another
Kerr?
one, all right?
Yeah.
You said don't fight in the lift. But what if lots of people in the lift, tons of people, shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
You're going up, lift breaks down.
Okay, so you're stuck in a lift.
You're stuck in the lift.
How long are you stuck in the
And
lift?
then you need a
because I would say if
indeterminate amount of time.
Because here's what I would say: if the lift like jolts and stops, and you're like immediately, all right, what's stop? I got to fight now. That's bad. But if
you'd obviously try to hold
stopped
it in.
and error messages come up, and it's like, oh, there's a bit of and you know that it will be several minutes.
Yeah.
Then I think it's okay. But I think you need to wear that. You need to be like, I'm sorry, everyone.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
all
I'm saying is I found 2 instances in which it's okay to fight in an elevator.
Yeah.
So,
but I think there's instances.
Could be plenty more.
I think there's instances in which
it's okay to love another god. I don't think so, Cambo.
I never would, Nelson. I think there's instances in which it's okay to kill someone, like kill one person to save many.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that killing is right. Fundamentally, there are just exceptions to that rule that come up very rarely, and I think...
So I think this is more about rules are bullshit.
Oh, okay. Well, then is there no unwritten rule that everyone should follow? Because there will always be exceptions to those rules.
Get rid of rules, is all I'm saying.
Okay. You've turned into not only the villain of the show, but also like an anarchist.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Anyway, this was not the point, actually,
Okay, sorry.
of this segment, because we've got Ask Reddit for Ask Reddit questions, right? I thought that I would go through people's answers.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And then you sort of see if you agree
Okay.
or whatnot. Okay. This first one is by Olaf the Bent. Buy a plunger before you need a plunger. I think that's pretty good.
I think that is pretty good. Because I'm now realizing we don't have a plunger, do we?
No, but we do have a supermarket that's open till very late.
Yeah.
Like, I
So
feel
again,
like
we're the
exception to this rule.
Yeah.
Because
So we're
very
just
easy.
We're playing pretty low stakes because that closes at 11 p.m.
Yeah.
We're playing very low stakes.
Don't
between
poop
the hours
after 11.
between the
Actually, 9:55. Just to say.
between the hours of 11 p.m. and I think 5:30 a.m. when it reopens. That's the danger zone, but very low yield for clogging a toilet, I would say.
Yeah.
Look, if we were going to have a big party in this apartment that was going to go all night, I would maybe go, okay, let's get a plunger, pre-party.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Actually, funny you should say this. One time I went to a friend's place and I needed to do a poo. I wasn't there for very long. Went into the toilet and there was some toilet paper in the toilet. And I was like, ugh, people didn't flush before that. That's weird. Anyway, do a poo. Flush the toilet, it's clogged. And my poo is like rising to the surface. And I'm like, oh shit. Luckily it didn't overflow because I've never had an instance, I think, luckily, where my poo has come out over the top of a toilet.
Yeah.
Because that just seems like the worst possible outcome.
Yeah, your shame is
Yeah, that's right. But then I was like, so I was at this party and there weren't a heap of people. They were all close friends, thankfully. But I was like, well, I just need to tell somebody because I've done a shit in the toilet.
Or just leave.
And
there are your two options.
Something's come up.
Because they'll be like, was that Nelson? They're like, no, he's gone. He can't have been here.
No, I think it'd be very obvious. It doesn't go to the toilet and then quickly leave afterwards.
But are they the kind of friends that if you did that and then left and they were kind of like, well, they got clogged and Nelson left, that later on when they saw you like a week or so later, they would bring it up? Or would they just ignore
they'd probably call me.
Don't answer. Take a photo. I'm saying
ignore them for the rest of my life.
No. But just if you're a few days out, would it be a couple of days later they'd be like, oh, by the way,
I think whenever I saw them next, surely I'd get text messages and stuff. It would happen. But anyway, so they didn't have a plunger, and he had to run out to the store and get one. And I was like, I can get it because, it's kind of like, and he's like, no, we need one for the house anyway. And I was like, okay,
that is true.
yeah. I was like, I mean, kind of weird that you had a party and
didn't buy a plunger.
Didn't fix the problem to begin with.
Yeah. So, that's, or just put a sign.
Toilet
clogged.
Yeah. Or when I say, hey guys, I'm going to the bathroom, say, hey, it's clogged. Don't flush that.
Yeah.
Don't do a poo.
Was there more than one bathroom available?
Just the one.
Yeah.
Well.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look, I will give them the benefit of the doubt that they weren't aware of it pre-party.
No, they knew. They said, that's clogged. Because I came out and I said, oh, hey, your toilet. And they said, oh, yeah, it's clogged. Sorry. Like, they were very aware of it.
Okay, I had sympathy for them, but that sympathy is now gone.
Yeah, okay.
This is a very lowbrow show so far, isn't it?
Yeah.
About farting in elevators.
And farts.
Yeah.
What are we? Okay,
I agree with that rule, except we are the exception.
We are
the coffee with Sarah Michelle Gellar of that situation.
Yeah, okay. Okay, this is by Mystifying Panda 325. This one was also toilet related. If you use up all of the toilet paper, you go refill it.
Yep.
And then in brackets, this applies for the household.
I agree with this one.
Yeah.
If you, and I do it kind of selfishly even. Like, if you use the last of the toilet paper, and I think we do something. I think there's a good idea, which is we buy a lot of toilet paper all at once, and then like we have like months and months worth of toilet paper in that little cupboard that we keep.
Actually, I'm pretty sure we've only got one left.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go buy a lot of toilet paper after this. But my constant fear is being the person in the toilet that doesn't have toilet paper. So I'm not even really thinking about you necessarily, Nelson. I'm scared that I will use the last of the toilet paper, not replace it.
Yeah,
then I will be the next one in. And I'm like, oh no, because I know it's me.
I think actually also as a responsibility of a host, right? If you're having people over, you need to make sure that there's spare rolls around. Like if we have people over, I often put like 2 on top of the cistern. And we don't normally do that if it's just us 2. But I think it's the worst to go to somebody's house, use the last of the toilet roll. Hey, that happens. But then there's none close by to change with. That's the worst.
Yeah, because you need to, I think, if you're expecting like a guest to do it, and I think guests should do it, you need to make it easily accessible. You don't need them going to your cupboard that you keep all your stuff in. And but if there is one there, swap it out.
Yeah. Okay, good.
So far, I agree with these.
This is by MHE17. Don't mess up an apology with an excuse.
I tell you what I don't like is an apology that is, I'm sorry you were offended. Because either just don't apologize.
This actually says there's a comment directly underneath that is by Batphone13. And they say, or say things like, I'm sorry you got upset. Yeah, it's like exactly what you just said.
Because I think it's either like, don't apologize if you don't believe in it, or apologize properly. I don't like that, someone might say something controversial, and then they're forced to apologize, and like, oh, well, I'm sorry if you were upset. It's like, either you're sorry about it or you're not. And if you're not sorry about it, don't apologize.
No, I think you can still apologize if you're not really sorry about it. But you shouldn't do the condescending that you are upset.
Yeah.
I think you just need to go with the lie.
Right.
It's like you apologize, you might not really mean it, but just try to be convincing with that apology. Because hey, sometimes you need to apologize when it's not your fault. Because sometimes people get irrationally upset. Okay, here's another one.
Okay.
We're going pretty far into these, but all right, let's just... it's by Chumpy Nuggets. Pee first. No matter what it is, pee first.
Yep. I can tell how much I'm excited for a movie if I pee first. Sometimes if I'm like, I'm going to watch this movie, I won't pee because then it might give me a reason to leave for a few minutes.
If it's boring, I can cash in this pee.
I can save up my pee and use it when I'm at my least interested.
Yeah.
And then, because the good thing about when you go pee, you check your phone. And everyone always wants to check their phone all the time. So you give it a quick look.
Yeah.
And you're back into it. But, for instance, what was the last thing Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Before I went and watched Captain Marvel, I was like, I really want to watch this. I'm going to pee beforehand. I'm going to be strategic about it.
Yeah. If it's something you really want, like you're excited for Captain Marvel, but Avengers Endgame's coming out. Yeah. Are you going to go like, I'll do a poo?
Oh, yeah.
I'll force a poo out. I don't want to risk anything happening here.
I will go to a doctor and just get cleaned out entirely.
Empty me out, doc. Yeah. And he goes, oh, Avengers. And you're like, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I'm going to do one last one, Kevin.
Okay.
This is by Another Social Outcast. Don't ask for something if the person only has one left. In brackets, gum, cigarette, piece of cake, etc.
I don't agree with you as much. I think there is a pretty common exception to this rule, and it's so common I think that it kind of like it is valid for the rule itself. Is if someone looks like they're finished with something, so say they're finished a meal but they still have some chips left, but they're clearly not eating anymore. Yeah, I think you can be like, hey, you're gonna finish those? Can I have? And they might be, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah,
I think that is the.
Yeah, I think that's true. And yeah, I don't totally agree with this one either because I think, especially like you might not know that it's the last one. Like being a smoker in the past, right?
Yeah.
If somebody has a cigarette, you might ask, oh, hey, can I have one?
Yeah.
And then they might be like, oh, yeah. And then they open it up and then it's the last one.
Yeah.
And then often the conversation is like, oh, it's your last one. Oh, nah, that's okay. And they're like, nah, have it anyway. I feel like that's the conversation 100% of the time. Yeah. Not even slightly less than that. Because some people might be like, oh, it's my last one.
Yeah.
But if you ever get up to the point where they're offering it to you, that's yours. You've got that.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's like this weird conversation. And I kind of hate that more, I think, when... Like, if I was the one with the last cigarette or the last piece of gum or something,
sure,
and somebody's like, can I have one? And I go, yep, sure. And they're like, oh, it's your last one. They make a big deal about it. I'm like, shut up. I don't care. Yeah. It's like...
You're making me regret
this. Yeah, this is annoying. Just take it. It's the last one. I knew it was the last one when I offered it to, you know.
I agree with you. I think if someone were to say, oh, I've only got one left, and they obviously wanted it, it's fine. That's fine to say.
Yeah.
But if someone offers you the last one, that's fine to take.
Yeah.
And I think, why do people put so much, like, why do they put the last one on a pedestal? Like it's the best one.
Yeah, that's right.
Obviously, if you don't want one more and you feel fine giving it away, then the one you're smoking is the last one, and then that's fine. That's the last one. Cool.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't like that unwritten rule, actually, of, like, it's rude to take the last, like, cookie off the plate.
Sure.
Right? So it's different, because this is kind of talking about somebody's, like, holding or has, you know, with them, and it's theirs, and it's the last one. But if you're at, like, a party or something, and there's cookies on the plate, and there's the last one there, I feel like it's a dumb rule to say, oh, it's rude to take that last one, because then... Well, you're just always going to have one left on a plate that presumably multiple people want. Yeah. Like, I now take pride in taking the last one of anything. We're like, last one. Got it. Got it before anybody else did.
I'm the smartest.
Yeah, that's right. Everybody else looking around like, oh, rude. And I'm like, no, you all wanted it. Yeah. And I just friggin' took it. Not ashamed. Not ashamed, KB. All right. Well, that was... Not Ask Reddit. Let's get into Ask Reddit.
No need to play a jingle. It's already played.
Ask Reddit.
Gotcha.
Thank you. I was feeling uncomfortable.
Maybe today is when I get very pranky with the themes. They'll be coming when you least expect them.
Okay. Oh, God. I've given you too much power. Okay. This Ask Reddit is by... Iowa Battery 67.
It's a real handbrake of this show that we need to pronounce screen names, isn't it?
Do you know, when I listen to like other people do it, like I watch Twitch a lot, people streaming games and people donate money and they'll be like, oh, thanks, whatever. You know, they'll say their name. Almost everybody just says it confidently. Like they don't really care how it really comes out.
Yeah, we care. That's why we
care. Yeah. I really... The tricky one with this is it's I-O or is it L-O?
Oh, right.
See? That's what threw me off. Anyway. If you could rid the world of one thing, what would it be?
Oh, bloody poverty, mate.
Oh.
And cancer and dictators and stuff.
Oh.
That's all one thing.
The stuff. Okay, that's the one thing.
No, that's a boring answer. Let's take poverty and dictators and stuff as red, maybe. Or is it that you need to choose between them?
I guess you do sort of need to choose between them anyway. But
I take away evil, Nelson.
Oh.
Yeah.
Go on. That'd be so boring. I'd just be bored. I feel like, you know,
because you wouldn't take that last cookie anymore.
I wouldn't take the last cookie. Cookies might not exist, you know?
Because they're so full
Define evil.
Well, yeah, that's an interesting thought.
Yeah.
Is junk food evil? Because it does have negative effects on you.
Cars are killing the environment. No more cars. They're evil.
Or just electric cars. But that means we'll get a Tesla.
Oh.
Yeah, see, it's not so bad.
No, I still feel like that's damaging the environment to some degree.
Here's what would be interesting. If you're like, I want to eradicate evil, and you click your fingers or whatever, it would be interesting to see, like, if someone you kind of suspected but weren't sure disappeared. So what if Elon Musk disappeared? And we'd be like, we were curious.
We knew, sort of. We had our suspicions anyway.
Who would be a surprising one? Like, would it be, like, what if...
all priests.
What if, like...
sorry, surprising. Yeah. Oh, yeah, sorry.
What if, like, I don't know, like, Chris Pratt disappeared? You'd be like, huh.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. He seemed like a nice man, but interesting.
Or on the other spectrum, like Kevin Spacey doesn't, and you're like,
I guess the allegations are false.
Surely, I didn't see that one coming. But okay, reading evil, sure. No,
yeah. You're right. It's too broad, and I think it would have unforeseen consequences.
Is it also really bad to say that I wouldn't want to eradicate poverty as well? I feel like, again, on the same basis of like the world would be if everybody was just all the same.
Yeah,
I feel like you'd lose a lot of something.
I will say
character.
this, Nelson. Broad strokes. Yes, it is bad to say.
Okay.
But I understand what you're saying.
Okay,
being
good.
like, if the whole world was like on an even playing field, like the economy would essentially collapse.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
It would be good for half the world and bad for half the world, which it is at the moment anyway, let's be fair.
Yeah.
The world is good for half the world and bad for half the world.
Yeah.
But I think that even if you consider yourself quite a woke person, and you're like, I love it, if that were to happen, I think you would be more annoyed than you realize.
Yeah.
Being like, how much is a t-shirt?
Yeah.
That's so expensive.
Yeah. Well, but then that's the thing. Like, after a certain period of time, aren't people just going to get richer anyway? Like the people who are selling the t-shirts, is that still not going to? Because then, if it doesn't, right, then people probably won't be as keen to invent stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because the father of invention, aside from necessity, is money.
Yeah.
is people being like, I want to invent something that's going to make me a lot of money.
Yeah.
And so I think that if everybody's the same,
I would say there are some exceptions to that, like the Sarah Michelle Gellar coffee rule.
Yeah.
People
that like to look after the environment or something.
And wasn't it famously, I think, the guy that cured polio decided not to put any markup or anything on it.
That's
so
true,
he lost billions of dollars theoretically because it was for the greater good. So there are inventions discoveries, I guess that is more, where people are altruistic in that way. But
I think
0.01%.
Well, yeah, I think for the important things, right? Yeah. Like that are still, like, I think people will still probably look at ways to create clean energy, for example, because
or
it's like
if there was a cure for cancer or something like that, they would try. I imagine they would try and make it as affordable as possible.
Yeah,
or they wouldn't.
Or because, well, it doesn't matter if everybody's. But I think that if you're like a gaming console or something,
sure,
and AAA titles, probably far less likely to be created, especially AAA titles, right? Because
or movies,
games, movies and stuff. So because in every one of those games or movies, there's some guy doing the special effects of like a broom, and he hates his life, right? It's important for that to be there, but he's not going to do that unless he's getting paid, right? And so if everybody's the same, you're just going to lose that. But anyway,
I think it goes beyond just video games. The entertainment industry in general, I think, would kind of cease to be. And there are people, like we mentioned earlier, I think we mentioned Captain Marvel, and people are like, it's an important movie, it's empowering the females and what. And that is all true, but that is not why they made it.
Yeah, that's right.
They made it because it just had one of the biggest opening weekends of any Marvel film. That is 100% why they made it, and they were like, while we're making it, may as well make it this as well.
Exactly.
And there might be the most beautiful music in the world. It's not made for anything other than to gain a profit for whoever made it.
Yeah, exactly. So pro-poverty, I guess we are.
Well, no.
I think we're pro-poverty. I think, Gambo, without explaining it further, we're pro-poverty.
Sure. I would say if this were to happen, right, and you were to eliminate poverty and everyone went to an even playing field, eventually, over the next 100 years, it would become uneven again. Because I think it's human nature for people to exploit one another. And sure, it is a bad thing fundamentally, but it is also just generally how the world will always kind of work out, I think.
Do you know what? I was talking actually to my brother the other day who listens to this guy, and I can't remember his name. And it's a sort of similar concept, right? Because, so, we're talking about capitalism. And the idea that this guy is talking about is that capitalism is normal and natural. And it's not a bad system at all because capitalism rewards intelligent people and dumb people benefit, right? Because the idea of like we should all be equal and even, whatever, that's not true.
Yeah.
Some people do jack shit for society. Why should they be the same as somebody like
the guy that cured polio?
Like
or
the guy that
cured polio.
Yeah, it like we should be able to monetarily reward people for doing good things, creating things like TV, even just TVs and stuff. Somebody creates an awesome TV, we want it, we're going to pay them money for the TV, and that's like their reward. And so, yeah, I think it's like kind of comes to this, concept of like capitalism is actually just inherently good, but it's good for both sides. You think that it's not good for the like poorer people, but it's like, no, you get to benefit from rewarding other people.
And you're saying like you wouldn't get that awesome TV that you want were it not for capitalism, because then there'd be no drive to make it.
Yeah, that's right. Like you kind of need this system in place.
Okay, so here's what we're finding, right? Every time we try and swing big for like evil or poverty, there's always unforeseen consequences. So I'm going to pick something smaller scale that I think everyone will agree on.
Okay.
I would get rid of those 30-second unskippable ads on YouTube.
Okay. Yeah. It's like still ads, just you want the skippable ones.
If you get rid of ads, YouTube would cease to be.
Yeah.
I understand that. Capitalism, we just talked about.
Yeah.
But the ones that are 30 seconds with no chance of skipping, we don't need those. No one needs those.
No one needs those. No,
YouTube
not one person.
YouTube would still make money.
They would still. It'd be fine.
Yeah.
What if they then just upped it to a minute, Cambo? Oh, you idiot! You didn't think about that.
No. I wouldn't change anything. All right.
I'm gonna say snails. Get rid of snails.
Yeah,
you know how sometimes it's raining and you step outside and you step on one. You're like, oh, that's annoying.
In a way, you're already getting rid of snails.
Yeah. One at a time.
One crunchy step at a time.
Yeah, but it's so annoying because I'm like, I've got snail on my shoe. But also, I feel a little bit guilty. But if they just weren't there...
Surely there are animals that rely on snails.
Probably. Don't care.
Again, unforeseen consequences.
Don't care. I can't think of those right now.
Like all scientists say.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything right now, so it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, that's happened in the world, you know, like global warming.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Anyway. Let's do another one.
Okay.
We're going for quite a while. Oh, whatever. Let's just do another one. Make this one quick. Yeah. This is by Flame Frenzy.
Sure.
You're given $5,000 to spend on something fun for yourself. What would you buy?
$5,000. I've got a kind of a boring answer, I think.
Oh.
It would benefit us.
Okay.
But I don't think for most people it would sound that fun.
Yeah.
But I would just set up a really cool podcasting station.
Yeah,
which we have all the cool new gear and it's all slick and
yeah. With $5,000, we could also you could probably get a good set up like a little booth as well.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
It's boring, isn't it?
Cool. You do that.
It's boring.
Because that benefits
that's
me
my
too.
5,000.
Yeah.
And then what's your 5,000 that you'll spend on us?
I was going to. The only thing I can think about, because I don't really have hobbies or anything. So
you got D&D.
Well, that's what I was going to go to. Like
that would get you several models.
Well, that's the thing. I was thinking about this. before the show when I did it, I was like, what would I spend it on? I was like, probably miniatures, right?
Yeah.
Because like the idea of getting into painting them a little bit more.
Sure.
I think it could be a bit of a fun hobby. Mm-hmm. But goddamn, they're so expensive.
Yeah.
Like $5,000. If I put $5,000 worth of miniatures on a table, you'd be like, is that it?
Yeah.
Like that $5,000 worth. Like, yep, sorry,
Yeah.
that's just what it is. Like they're so goddamn expensive. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's a whole dozen, though.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. It's more than you need for a game, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think that's just what. I don't know. Cool.
Would you at least buy? Because I play a certain character in the game of D&D that we play. Would you buy me my minifig of that character at least for like $30 or whatever? Because then that is for both of us, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Because I'm doing the recordings, dude.
I think it's like $60. I know, it's ridiculous, right? But I mean, I'd do it.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's for both of us.
Yeah. All right, Kevin, let's get into Today I Learned. So now it's time for Today I Learned. Let's play the intro to that. Today I Learned. This Today I Learned is by Mirari01. Today I learned the Boycott was named after Charles Boycott, a man so hated that people wanted nothing to do with him.
Oh, see, that what a nice twist. I thought that was going to be like he boycotted something famously.
Exactly, yeah.
People boycotted him.
They just hated him. I can't believe.
What's his Charles Boycott? What did he do?
I don't know anything about it, but I can't imagine somebody doing something so crazy that you're like, well, we'll name getting rid of something after you because you're just the worst.
So and this is the idea that I like. I think, everyone in their group of friends kind of tease each other and whatnot. And say one time you fell down embarrassingly in a video that all our friends shared, and people are like, "Oh, falling down, that's doing a Nelson or whatever."
Yeah.
And you're like, "Oh, very funny. It'll never catch on." Imagine if you were Boycott, and they're like, "Oh, to avoid something, we're going to call it a boycott." It's like, "Oh, very funny.
Yeah.
It'll never catch on." And now it's just a common phrase, and he's like, "Damn it."
Do you reckon it was like that idea that it was just sort of between friends or people I guess didn't really like him, and then shortly after he just heard like a random person that he's never seen before in his life just like, "Oh, I'm gonna boycott that." He's like, "Wait, seriously? Oh,
and again, because the naming suggests that it's something he did. He was like, "I don't like this. I'm going to avoid it. That is a boycott." And people are like, "I will do what he did. I will also boycott it." But it's just the extra slap in the face because it sounds like it's named after him.
Yeah.
But it's named about him.
Yeah. Oh god, like surely there should be other people that we like. Why can't we change boycott for like Hitler? Something similar. Or why don't, maybe not necessarily that, but like, why don't we have a term for when someone's being real Hitlery?
Oh, right. Okay. So, yeah, I see what you're saying. It's not that change the word boycott. Why isn't there other people's names for
names for stuff.
Like, okay, so if someone's like, "Oh, I'm just going to quickly invade this country here," you'd be like, "Oh, a bit Hitlery."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like people throw around...
pulling a Hitler.
I feel like people throw that around a little bit now, don't they?
Do they?
There's a lot of Trump Hitler stuff getting floated around.
Bit Hitlery. I don't know.
We don't like Trump, but
yeah,
he's better than Hitler. Let's just make that clear.
Okay.
Okay. I thought you were going to say, like, why don't we swap out the word boycott for someone more relevant?
Yeah, well, that too. I mean, I don't know.
But who would it be?
Guy.
Who does everyone hate? Because you might say Justin Bieber, but he obviously has millions and millions of fans. Yeah. So, like, that doesn't work. Who does everyone hate? Boycott.
How about
Charles
the
Boycott?
Guy? Oh, okay. There's the guy. He, like, owns the company that creates
the
drugs.
Yeah, the insulin.
Is it insulin?
Yeah, he's a real troll. Yeah, right.
I remember everybody hating him.
Yeah, well, because he raised the price of insulin by like 1,000% overnight.
Yeah. I think it was like crazy about. Yeah.
And then they were like, "Why did you do it?" And he's like, "Because people need it."
Yeah. Because money.
I think. Yeah. He is the closest to. He also, there is this famous Wu-Tang Clan record that was like produced but never released, and he brought the master copy of it and the rights to it, and then just kept it in a vault. And the Wu-Tang are like, release our music, and he's like, no.
What?
Yeah,
Why?
just because it would piss people off.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Um.
He's a real boycott. He's a real Charles Boycott. I bet you Charles Boycott wasn't as bad as him.
Okay. I want to say, does this sound right? Alex Azar, Martin Shrekley. I don't know. You know what? These people in pharmaceuticals, they're probably the worst anyway.
Again, unless you're the
polio guy. Okay. Here's another one for you. Oh, maybe we should move on.
Nah, one more. We'll make it quick.
Okay. This is by Josiah Willard Pibbs. Today I learned that after Usain Bolt broke the 100-meter world record at the 2009 Berlin World Championships, the mayor of Berlin awarded him a 12-foot-long, 6,000-pound piece of the Berlin Wall. Bolt accepted it, and it is now housed at the Jamaica Military Museum.
I think that this is just, it shows how polite Usain Bolt is. If someone gave me a bit of a wall, I'm like, what am I going to do with this? This is the worst. It's a bit, when it's all together.
Yeah.
I see its size and its scope and its impression. This is just a brick.
Yeah. It's definitely rubbish, isn't it?
Yeah. They were giving him literal rubbish that they couldn't get rid of.
And they knocked it down. They were like, oh boy, we
there's a lot of this around, isn't there?
got a lot of this. I like the idea that it's still just kind of laying in the street. You know?
Yeah, they forgot to get him something on the way to the ceremony. It's like, oh, just pick that up here.
Just
part of history.
pick it on the wall.
And then he was so polite that he gave it to the museum when he got back. And then the museum were like, oh, I guess we'll put it up. Yeah.
No, we've got the rubbish. I guess we'll put it in a glass case.
It's the equivalent to putting your kid's picture on the fridge. No one really wanted it, but it's just a polite thing to do.
Yeah, that's right. And 6,000 pounds. That seems like quite a heavy bit of wall.
Yeah.
Like
even a single brick would be better because you're like, that brick's from the Berlin Wall. And people are like, oh, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
That's so much wall to give someone. Either give them the whole wall or give them the tiniest bit you could put on a desk as a point of interest.
You can't bring a 6,000-pound bit of wall around for show and tell.
No. Mini Bolt, his son. Yeah, he can't bring that in. Can I quickly? I've got my own Today I Learned that was sent in.
Oh,
this Today I Learned is by Hazim. He said,
Today I learned that's right.
that to pronounce khaki in Australian accent, you say khaki.
Khaki.
So
because
having a bit of a go, Nelson.
I know. I was thinking about that when I read it. I was like, we say khaki, but I feel like they say khaki.
Yeah, khaki.
Which is still kind of like khaki. It's just a softer R, I reckon.
But, I mean,
khaki.
I would say to all of our international listeners, we know we have funny accents.
No, they've got the funny accents. That's what I reckon.
But our accent, it's in that middle ground of like, it's not as funny as New Zealand. The New Zealand accent's really funny.
It's pretty funny.
Really funny.
Or even like the UK accent I like is a bit of a laugh. I think watching UK shows and stuff, especially comedy ones, more entertaining because of their accent.
I would say like a lot of people, similar to, I would say, and I mean no offense just to the North Americans, some people have trouble outside of North America between Canadian and American accents, right? Because they're somewhat similar. Right. And I would say New Zealand and Australia are the same, and I reckon a lot of people don't necessarily know the difference straight away. Right. If someone's funnier, they're probably New Zealand because they just sound a little funny.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, we say khaki.
Get them to say chip, bro.
We also say Adidas and not Adidas. I don't know why.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's just. Are we not phonetically doing it right?
Adidas. It depends where it comes from. That brand.
Adidas.
If that brand is an American brand and it came here without anyone pronouncing it, and then it was just so far along that the person from Adidas came out and everyone's saying Adidas, and he's like, I don't want to have to correct. It's been 20 years.
This is awkward. Is it even an American?
I don't know. That was just my example. Also, we say Blink 182 for some reason, where everyone else says Blink 182.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Blink 182. Doesn't flow as well.
I mean, I think people from North America would disagree with you.
I mean, more syllables is what I mean.
They are fascinated by our pronunciation of Blink 182.
Blink 182. Blink 182. Yeah, too many syllables is all I'm saying.
I think you're just more used to Blink 182.
No, I'm saying the logic behind it is that there's more syllables. I'm not saying...
Anyway,
you can pronounce it however you like. Oh. Wait, yep, probably. Hold on.
Have you lost our show notes, Nelson?
Well, you probably lost it because that's what you do.
Don't blame me.
I did lose it. Yeah, let's get into shower thoughts.
Okay.
Shower thoughts, shower thoughts, shower thoughts, shower thoughts.
This shower thought is by Maximilian Lionfang.
Oh, that's a good name.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
My name is Maximilian Lionfang. That's good. Sounds like a D&D character.
It probably is. Labeling something military grade makes it seem so high quality unless it's food.
I don't know. I would like military grade chocolate. I'd be interested in.
Really?
Yeah.
No,
that's
I
like,
think of the worst
that's
chocolate.
like.
I think chocolate has been mixed with sawdust.
But I imagine it's like you think chocolate can be strong. This is military grade.
I like the idea that the military has spent billions of dollars on chocolate just so that they could have the best chocolate. I don't think I'd like military grade condoms.
No, that sounds super safe.
It's to me that sounds like there's way too much latex.
But if you are super scared of getting pregnant, right? Say your partner is like ovulating at that time, so you know like the height of getting the risk of getting pregnant is higher. Right?
Okay,
because everything is aligned.
Yeah,
you'd be like, well, for this one, I'll use military grade condom. And sure,
I feel
we
like
all know it doesn't feel as good, Nelson.
Yeah.
We all know that. But yeah, it's better than having a kid.
Well, I feel like just masturbate during that time.
Interesting. I would be fine with military grade condom.
Okay, I just feel like it would be like nothing at all.
What would,
nothing is really happening.
What would be the most obscure military grade thing that like you could use as a marketing? Like, okay, like behind you is a lamp. Someone's like, this is a military grade lamp. You'd be like, but the military wouldn't need like higher wattage indoor lamps. Wouldn't it just be the same?
I imagine that it would just be... My idea would just be that it would be just as bright as a normal lamp, but it uses far less power.
Oh, okay, so it's just more efficient.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, yeah, I guess.
Because then, like, they're like, oh, you could power this lamp with a AA battery for 7 years. You know, because I always think like if you're in the military and you're like you're in the middle of nowhere, you don't have much supplies. I mean, I don't know why you got a lamp on you.
You've got an indoor lamp.
Yeah.
If anything, that just gives you away to the enemy.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just a camouflaged lamp.
Oh yeah.
Looks like a shrub.
That's true. If you're not sure why something's military grade, it's probably because it's just harder to see.
It's
from
just
a
a
distance.
If you're in like a furniture store and like, that's a good couch. What's that shrub doing there? It's a couch.
Yeah.
I think it's a shrub.
Military grade couch. Okay. This one is by Triotone.
Mm-hmm.
You win in life the same way you win in golf, by having the least amount of strokes. I would just like to correct Triotone here.
Yep.
Nobody wins in golf. Nobody ever wins in golf.
Yeah,
everybody's a loser.
Are you saying
you've lost?
Winning a golf tournament is a paradox because you're both a winner and a loser
you're
at the same time?
If anything, you're more of a loser. You thought you won, but you're the biggest loser.
Yeah. So winning last place at a golf tournament is actually kind of winning. The way you win a golf tournament is you come dead last.
No, but the thing is, you've also then had more strokes, which means that you've played more golf, which means that...
So there is...
what did I say at the start of this?
Golf is a no-win scenario.
Nobody wins playing golf. They're all losers. Everybody hates playing golf.
Yeah.
You've just lost.
What do you think?
If you start playing golf, you've lost.
Yeah. What do you think of mini golf? I think mini golf is an admittance that golf is so boring that adding shit in the way is way more interesting.
Yeah, that's
Like,
right.
all right, cut it right down, put a windmill there, then it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And even then, it's just kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's right. It's still, I always find mini golf one of these things where it's like fun for about 4 holes.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, this is,
Yeah.
I just remembered I was playing golf.
Yeah. It is, and we've talked about it before. It is like bowling.
Yeah.
Bowling is fun for one game of bowling.
Yeah.
And then after that
that's
one
right.
game of bowling, and someone's like, "Oh, let's play again." You're like, "No."
Yeah, yeah.
No.
The second game is always worse.
Yeah.
You're always doing like under the legs and stuff like that
Yeah.
just to try and keep
Yeah.
it more interesting.
Yeah. If the second game of bowling turned into some kind of bowling and mini golf where there was objects in the way and stuff, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
But it hasn't.
Oh, maybe.
Interesting. A business venture.
Maybe nobody steal this idea. Rule of the show
Yeah, for new
for
listeners.
new listeners: don't steal our ideas.
Yeah.
Okay, here's another one.
Okay.
This is by Party216. You have the same amount of gold medals as almost everyone who's been in the Olympics. That makes me feel a lot better about
Yeah,
myself.
it does actually, yeah.
Like, I thought I was lazy. Nope, got the exact same amount
Here,
as
look,
most people.
this might be a very cynical question,
Mm-hmm.
but why do we still have the Olympics? I feel like in this day and age where international travel is as easy as it is now,
Mm-hmm.
it seems just a weird, antiquated inter-school sports situation. And I understand the appeal of it ages ago because you are, like, all these different nationalities are all kind of competing and whatever. But now at this point, I just don't...
Is it
and
because
just
you
takes
mean that because, like, so for example, athletic events, like Usain Bolt will also run at international events that aren't the Olympics, that is just as challenging and and they do that at like their own time, and it's normally like specifically about running or something. Or
Yeah, like what I mean, I guess I feel the same about the Academy Awards. Like I just don't get why that one particular one holds so much weight. It seems so arbitrary.
right?
And it's probably just because it's the oldest, I guess, the Olympics. You know, it's been going on since ancient Greece.
Yeah.
But it just seems like I just care so little about anything that ever happens. And if someone wins a gold medal in swimming or whatever, I'm like, it's impressive. I could never do it, right?
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
also, I don't
But
care.
most people can't, so you're
Yeah,
fine there,
yeah.
Camber. You're with the majority.
But like, if someone's like, I am the best, table tennis player in the whole world, like, cool. Like, it doesn't make me think
Okay.
you're any better of a person necessarily.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they do it for you though, as
Yeah.
well.
It's probably just personal,
in
it's
fairness, they're like, oh god, I hope this makes people like me. This gold medal, spent all my life trying to get it. I'll
think there-
finally get the
I
respect of my
think there
peers.
would be a breed of athlete that is that though. Like if I win a gold medal in whatever my sport is,
I'll
then
land all the chicks.
but like
Or
I will
dudes.
be accepted as like the best at something, and people will like me, and I will get approval. I'll be on the Wheaties packet. Isn't that what the American athletes always get? They're on the Wheaties packet or something.
Yeah, actually, and you know what? Probably you're right in that because of the fact that a lot of people use drugs or,
Yeah.
like illegally enhance their ability. You think, surely then it's not about the satisfaction of being the fastest person
It's about the
on your
acclaim.
own ability.
Yeah.
It's about wanting to get respect from people.
Yeah.
And you'll do whatever you can to get that.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's probably a good
Yeah.
point.
And I think at this point it has become more that than what it used to be. And and again, I mentioned the Academy Awards. That has become all about campaigning now, and not necessarily about the quality of a film.
Yeah.
Where it is almost arbitrary who wins at this point. It's whoever spent the most money and campaigned the smartest and whatever, they win.
Yeah, yeah.
And then everyone's always upset no matter what.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah. So, what if we had the opportunity to go into the podcast Olympics? You're like, nah, no, thank you.
I would do it for the joy. There's nothing wrong with doing something in a competitive field just for the joy of it, but I wouldn't expect anything from it other than like, if we were to win, sure, give us a medal. It'll go in a draw somewhere.
I'd be doing it for the sweet podcast money.
Yeah,
Cambo.
sweet. Yeah, well, we've already got enough of that, Nelson.
Yeah, yeah.
We're too rich from
you
podcasting.
You can always have more podcast money, Cambo. Alrighty, I think we should move on because we
Long one?
Doing a long one.
This is just a bit of bonus content because we're so generous this week.
Yeah, although I think this podnapping segment is going to go shorter. But anyway, let's get into podnapping.
Oh my god, I'm being podnapped!
Podnapping.
This is podnapping, where we nap a pod, and
No more explanation needed.
pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is maybe a little bit convoluted.
Okay. Well,
I was looking for podcasts to podnap, as I mentioned earlier in the show.
to be fair, I podnapped an entire genre last
Yeah,
episode.
yeah,
so
that's true. Yeah.
I think we're allowed to be a little
We've
lenient.
been fast and loose with what we allow in this podnapping segment. So I managed to find a show. It was called The Earliest Breakfast Game Show.
Okay.
I thought this sounds interesting. Probably
Sure.
has some good content. Then they started doing like a little game or something, and I was like, "Oh, that reminds me of something else I've heard," which is actually on the Critical Role, the Dungeons and Dragons thing I watch. But I thought afterwards, I think they have a podcast. I think they do a podcast of the episode they recorded. So technically,
are you podnapping the little earliest breakfast quiz?
The Earliest Breakfast Game Show.
Or are you podnapping Critical Role?
I'm podnapping Critical Role, but I like to...
Because then you can save the other one for later.
Yeah, well, I could do this later. But I'm kind of also mentioning them because I feel bad about mentioning, like, the most famous...
Right. Yeah, so you want to
podcasts and stuff.
You want to give a big up to a smaller show.
Yeah, you
on
guys
this, one of the biggest platforms there are.
You guys reminded me of something else.
I mean, we podnapped investigative crime podcast last week, and I checked the iTunes; they're on top.
Yeah,
number one.
Well, buddy, I mean, pat ourselves on the back. Give us a medal for that one. I think.
Coincidence? I think not.
Yep.
Look
anyway.
at you, my favorite murderer.
Okay, so this sort of segment is... I thought this would work well with you, being a comic book enthusiast.
A what?
A comic book nerd.
What's a comic book?
Oh boy.
I gotcha.
Oh boy. Oh, you got me. Okay, so I'm gonna... Okay, so I'm going to give you either a Marvel character or a yoga position.
Okay.
And you have to tell me whether it's one or the other.
And I'm assuming here that you're going obscure. It's not going to be like Hawkeye.
Well, okay, my first one, Spider-Man.
Okay, yoga. No, damn it!
Ah, you've lost.
Marvel character.
Easy. So easy, Kevin. Just continue to get them like that. Okay?
So,
Flying Man.
yoga.
Yoga is correct.
Yeah.
Firefly.
Marvel.
Yoga.
Is it really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Double Dinosaur.
Marvel.
It is Marvel.
Yeah, yeah. I know Double Dinosaur.
Invisible Woman.
Marvel.
Easy. That one's easy. Wild Thing.
Wild Thing. Yoga.
It is yoga.
Yeah.
Medusa.
She is a Marvel character.
Marvel.
Yeah.
Bird of Paradise.
Yoga.
It is yoga.
Yeah.
The Executioner.
That would be a fun yoga pose. I'm going to go Marvel, though.
Yeah, it's Marvel.
Yeah. Imagine that. Like, all right, everyone do downward facing dog. Now everyone do the execution.
Grab a partner, do the Executioner.
One of you pop on a hood.
Cowface.
Marvel.
Yoga position.
Is it really? Okay.
Yeah.
What is that? Interesting.
The Hood.
Now, the Hood was a comic book character, but I don't know if it was a Marvel one. But for the sake of safety, I'll say Marvel.
There's Marvel.
Yeah, okay.
The Warrior.
Yoga.
Yoga
Yeah.
is correct.
Yeah.
Ares.
Oh. Now, they do have a lot of mythology in Marvel, so it would make sense that there's an Ares. I'll go Marvel.
It is Marvel.
Yeah, okay.
Extended Puppy.
Oh, yeah, he was good in... I think he's going to be in Avengers Endgame. Yoga.
It is yoga.
Yeah.
The Lotus.
We've got the Mantis in Guardians of the Galaxy. I'll go Lotus is yoga.
It is yoga.
I'm I'm doing better than I
You're
expected.
doing a lot better than I expected.
'Cause here's the
Kinda
thing,
makes
Nelson.
it less fun.
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. Okay. Flatman.
Flatman. I want that to be a comic book character, so I'm going to say Marvel.
It is Marvel.
Yeah, cool. 'Cause, like,
all the ones that seems like you're not really sure about, you are guessing correctly.
Yeah.
It's very annoying.
because I think to have Yoga have a position called Flatman is sexist.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because we all know that chicks do
No,
yoga.
because there was something. Oh no.
Yeah, you think of the Executioner.
No, because there was Flying Man.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Anyway, Half Lord of the Fishes.
I don't know, Yoga.
Yeah, it's Yoga.
Yeah, it seems-
I
it
thought that
seems-
one was like
No,
could be really obscure
Here's
Marvel
the thing.
character.
It seems so new agey.
Okay,
And
yeah.
that is kind of where I put Yoga a little bit in, like,
Yeah.
you wear fisherman pants.
I thought
and
it
you-
might be
you-
like-
you shop at Ishka and you do that pose in Yoga.
I thought it might be like a Marvel's Aquaman equivalent. Half Lord of the Fishes.
Can I say, because there is precedent to it being a weird comic book character. There's a comic book character in DC, a really obscure one, is called, I need to get this right, Vegetable Mineral Reptile Man. And he is part vegetable, part mineral like rocks, and part reptile.
Yeah.
And in the new Doom Patrol TV series, he was in it.
I really.
They had him in it. And I'm like, I love that. What a weird thing to adapt.
Yeah.
And I love that they did it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that it's that name does sound like it could be one of those weird obscure characters.
Yeah. Okay. Forearm.
Yoga.
Marvel.
Is it Marvel?
Yeah.
Does he just have 4 arms?
I don't know. No, it's forearm like as in
Okay,
your
right.
F-O-R-E. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, Russian.
The Russian is a Punisher villain.
It is Marvel.
Yeah.
Big Toe.
Yoga.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm trying to think what that villain, because it sounds like a villain for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's Big Toe.
Oh, it's Big Toe.
I'm trying to picture what that would look like, and I can't do it, so I had to go Yoga.
I mean, I guess he just has a big toe.
And I apologize, this is one coming
He
up.
kicks people.
There's a Spider-Man villain called the Spot, and he wears a lot of spots on his costume, but they're all like portals. And there's a famous comic book panel of Spider-Man trying to punch him.
Yeah.
He's going through one of his spots, and then add another one of his spots, and it's punching him back.
That is the most awesome idea.
So, I mean, like, the toe is a silly
yeah.
name like that.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't picture it.
That's hilarious. Sphinx.
Yoga.
It's both, Cambe.
It's both. Oh,
Yeah.
Interesting. Because I know the position
Yeah.
in yoga, because I do yoga all the time.
Yeah.
I wear my fisherman hats.
Yeah. You call yourself half Lord of the Fishes.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I had.
Okay.
You did disappointingly well.
Yeah, I look, I'm not proud of myself generally, just in my life and where I'm at and the quality of this show. None of it makes me. I'm pretty proud of that.
But that
I did all right.
I'll give you a gold medal for that, Kemba.
Yes. Now people will like me.
Yeah. But I found this crazy. Just how many Marvel heroes and like enemies and stuff there are.
I mean, I explained to you just briefly the Spot.
The Spot, yeah. There are so many.
Yeah.
Like if you go into the Marvel website, I think there's just like a spot where you can go from A to Z.
Yeah.
So many of them. Oh my god, it's crazy.
Some of them are, like, to be fair, they're in one issue of whatever as a bit of a joke. Which, vegetable mineral reptile man. He was never like a big. It was always played as kind of like, look how dumb this is. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of them fall under that, where it's like, yeah, they were in one issue and whatever, and it was just like it was the '60s and it was camp, and he was called. He's like, I am the shoe, and you know, but people are so meticulous about comic books that they then create a page for that character and log it into all these things where it really kind of shouldn't be.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm being outlandish when I say this. If you think of real comic book characters, there's like 10.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
There's 12 at least.
There's more than that, I
least
think,
12.
in the current Avengers movies, let alone anything else.
Have you ever seen the show? I think it was called Misfits.
Yeah. It got one of the guys is in the Umbrella Academy at the moment.
Oh,
Plays Klaus.
Oh, he was in that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anywho,
Yeah.
they have a guy whose the superpower is that he can control milk, and then it gets into this weird thing where he becomes. People are kind of laughing at him because of his power to control milk. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
But then he ends up going on this serial killer rampage where he like makes the milk curdle and like chokes people to death because of it. And then like, and in this one episode, even though I'm sure if you like worked it out through previous episodes, the one like hero is like, I'm lactose intolerant. I never eat dairy products. You're like, wow, that's convenient, this episode. And so he can't do anything to it. It's just like, it's just the weirdest.
But I like
thing.
that idea of like, that is a silly power, right?
Yeah.
But I like the idea that they're like, well, you think it's silly, but you can do something with it.
Yeah,
Like
you can
actually
kill
do
him, man. And also I like the idea that if you're in a world like an X-Men type scenario where just tons of people can develop powers, that some people are just going to have kind of shitty powers. Yeah. Like it just happens, you know. Anywho, that's all I had.
Okay, well, the segment is done.
Segment finito.
Is that a new thing where we just announce segment done and then the theme song kicks in?
Segment done. Yeah, except we don't have a theme song for Ask Me Anything. I think you were meant to do it once.
Nah, I think you're thinking of something else.
All right, so now we can move on to Ask Me Anything. We're listeners of the show. Just like you, listener, can ask us anything you want.
Okay, so I have an email here from someone that mysteriously calls themselves just numbers. And it says, if you had a third ear, where would you put it? So, here's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Do you go convenience or comfort? Because I have one I think that is for convenience, but I think the comfort, if you think about it, is bad, which is right on your back. So then you can hear people talking behind your back. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. Like that's almost like your superpower.
Yeah.
But here's the problem I have. I sleep on my back. And sometimes when I sleep on my side, you're covering your ear. But I feel like I'm never completely comfortable, and I always end up on my back for that reason, which means I'd have to sleep now on my front.
I mean, I think I sleep on my. Yeah.
But I'm saying me personally.
Yeah.
I'm talking specifically about me.
Yeah, I was just trying to like relate it to me here, but
no.
I feel like that's what happens on this show.
No.
We tell people what we think, and then they relate it to their lives.
No, if you related to what I just said, stop. This one is just about me. I don't want your relation.
Okay, on your back. Well, and so that was for convenience because you could listen to people talking behind your back. But what's comfort then?
Well, I was saying because then I would sleeping. Oh, like where would I put it for comfort?
For comfort instead of because that one was practicality.
You know what? You could probably put it on the back of your neck because I feel like that never really touches the bed anyway.
Oh,
but you're still getting the same advantage. But then you have an ugly ear on your neck.
Yeah,
It might look a bit weird.
I mean, I think we'd get used if everybody got it.
Did everyone get that? I
don't
me.
know. I'm just saying. Maybe
again, I haven't thought about anyone.
Maybe
else.
like evolution.
Yeah,
you know this thing.
Because I always
everybody starts getting a third ear.
Because I just wanted that moment of like smugness when someone's having a conversation about you kind of behind your back and they think, oh, he's turned away, can't hear, and then I can be like, oh, really?
Yeah.
And then I can be like, looks like you didn't expect me to have an ear on my back. And they'd be like, oh my God.
Oh, no.
He's so cool. It was cool how he did that.
Yeah.
But if everyone had it, then I feel like that I would never get that moment because everyone would be like, yeah, we've all done that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's true. Like people wouldn't talk literally behind people's back.
And then where's the fun?
I don't think I literally talk behind people's back.
I think
if somebody's like turned their back like, oh, now I can talk rubbish about them because they definitely won't be able to hear me.
I think it's more a figure of speech.
Okay, yeah.
But I'm taking it literally.
Okay.
That if for some reason, even though your ears aren't in front of you, they're on the side of you, people talking behind you for some reason, you can't hear it.
Yeah.
I'm aware of that.
Okay, cool. I thought you might have an ear problem. You should get checked out. Okay. I think on my hand.
On your hand. So if someone was like talking or whatever, you could just put your hand up to a door.
I'd say talk to the hand. And I mean, no, literally, I've got an ear on my hand.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I think for
Surveilling?
spy work,
Yeah.
which I do quite often.
Yeah. That's Nelson's other job, by the way.
Yeah.
He works for a real estate company, but also he's a spy. Oh, maybe we shouldn't say that.
Oh,
He's not a spy.
Not a spy.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
He's
it.
just a regular guy.
Don't have
worry about
it. Don't have an ear on my hand. Don't even worry about it.
I implore people to go look at any promotional image we've ever put out.
Yeah.
You won't see Nelson's hand.
There's always one hand hidden.
Big old ear on his hand.
Yeah, I feel like all you do, if you need to, like, you're hard of hearing something that's going on, it's often not totally practical to, like, stick your ear out in the
lean your head
direction.
in. But you can just put your hand out.
You just put your hand out.
Interesting.
So
Yeah. God, maybe I'd have it attached to something else. I just have it attached to a completely different object, like just a small
that'd be
box.
great. Yeah.
And then if someone's having a conversation in a different room, but I need to be somewhere else, I just leave my box with my ear on it in that room, and I'd go do my other stuff, and I could hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'd do.
All right.
Because they didn't say I couldn't.
They did. You're right.
Numbers, you haven't been specific
didn't-
enough, and now we've done what we always do and found a loophole.
They just said, where would you put it?
Yeah, on a
not
box.
where would it be
On your
attached
body.
on your body. You bloody got it. You bloody done it. Good on it, Camber. All right, we have one here
Okay.
from Amanda.
Okay.
Amanda, I cut yours a little bit short, but might use your podnapping thing another time. Anyway, she says, "Hi guys, loved your latest podcast, and I forgive you for being a little later than usual.
Oh, you're going to love this because now I've got another one almost immediately.
On account of Captain Marvel, because yay, Captain Marvel. I'm looking forward to Superhero Saturday tomorrow. I'll be dressing as Doctor Strange, mainly because of my remarkable physical similarity to Benedict Cumberbatch. You're both pretty close to one of those milestone birthdays. How would
50.
you like to spend that special day?"
We are closer to 50 than we are further from it.
Yeah,
There's a scary
that's
spot
true.
for you.
I'm looking forward to my... Wait, how am I now?
You're 28.
Yeah,
How are you 29?
I'm 29.
Okay. So you're a little closer to me than... we presume she's talking 30 here.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to 31 and a bit years.
It doesn't matter.
69 came out. I was looking for 69. I get it.
Yeah, I get it.
It's a milestone birthday. Because 69 is a funny number.
Yes. So I'm just going to keep on going.
Okay.
After 69. Oh.
69.
We're not really birthday people, are we? So I would say my birthday will just be like most days, but then maybe someone will take me for dinner. Hint, Nelson.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was hoping your girlfriend, he sometimes listens to the podcast. Yep. The good old 3-0.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really want to do anything.
No, me neither.
This is what I feel is going to happen. My mum will try to organize some sort of surprise birthday for me.
Yep.
It's just, I feel like it's something that she does.
Yeah.
She did it for when a member of the family doesn't want to celebrate their milestone birthday, she takes it upon herself to make them celebrate it. And like I think for my brother's 18th or 21st or something, she organized a surprise birthday for him. My dad is at a surprise birthday on his 40th and 50th birthday. and I'm just going to put that there, probably his 60th too.
Yep.
So
if you're a betting man, you would put money on that.
yeah, that's right.
Okay, so you think your mum might organize a surprise birthday party? Like that's you think that's a possibility? She would organize a surprise 30th to make you celebrate it in some way.
Yes,
Okay.
I think so.
Here's a question: does your mum listen to this show?
No. Actually, she did say she listened to one the other day, and I was like, why?
We have a lot of people that tell us they listen.
Why? No, I think like no, because she's told me before she thinks it's terrible, basically. Not in those words, but
Do
she
many of your
implied.
family members listen to this show?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to risk this anyway then.
Mm-hmm.
If she's organizing a surprise birthday party for you, I would like to think I would be invited.
Yeah.
Do you want me to let you know? Should I just word you up?
Yeah, I
like
think
just
you-
by the way, Nelson, you're having a 30th. It's on set.
I think you should. I mean, you could, but I'm almost so certain it's going to happen that you
There's no
telling me
need.
is only going to add like an extra 1% of certainty.
Right.
From 99 to 100. So,
Okay, no point. No
I mean,
point.
unless I decide to do something,
Yeah.
in which case
That would really
she
throw a
won't do
spanner
it.
into the works. Decide to do something really late, like 2 or 3 days out. You're like, you know what? I'm going to go out for my birthday. She's
Yeah.
like, no, you're not.
yeah.
You're coming here. Remember?
Yeah. I just remembered something. Sorry, as you were talking.
So you weren't listening.
I know I was. But I realized that my dad has had a surprise birthday. He's 40th, 50th, and 60th. He's like 60 something.
Yeah. That's a safe bet then that you said 60th.
Yeah, that's right. No, because I was like, oh no, wait, I think we had one for his 60th. Like he's already 60.
Yeah.
And yes, it was a
Look
surprise.
forward to that 70th.
Yeah, that's right. Anywho, that's it.
That's it. That's
for
right.
Amanda. Thank you for adding in, Amanda. And numbers, very suspicious.
Yeah, I think it's someone that we know that didn't want to admit that they've written in.
But thank you for writing in. If you would like to write into us, you can do so. Reddit podcast, READIT podcast at gmail.com.
Reddit. Now I get it.
Yeah.
It's like read it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
read it.
Sorry.
You can also reach us at our Facebook and Twitter and our subreddit. They're all READIT podcast. Like read it.
Oh, now I get it.
Like Reddit, but read it. Dear God. We'd also appreciate it if you rated us.
Yes.
On whatever podcasting app you're listening to us on.
Your mum doesn't think this
And,
show is very good. This isn't the episode to show it.
This is probably not it.
Why did you keep talking about poop and farts, and why did he play that theme song so many times?
You're too old, Mum. You don't get it. Oh, you're not hip enough. And tell a friend about the show.
Yeah,
Probably one that likes fart jokes and stuff.
obviously, because every episode is that.
Mainly that. But thanks for listening, and we will read you later.